Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am finally doing a little bit more of a glam look. You guys know I love my natural looks, but I had to change it up a little bit. So I am starting off with my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm using this to conceal and to prep and prime my eyelids for my eyeshadow. Plus, if you set it with the translucent powder, it's going to make sure that your eyeshadow doesn't crease or move throughout the day. For most of the eyeshadow part, I use my Morphe 35O palette. I love this palette. I've been using it forever. I do want to get my hands on the matte one though, because I love me some matte eyeshadows and it has a lot of different colors in there. So I first took the really orangey shade that I showed you guys and applied that in the crease, and then I took more of a burgundy brown color, making sure that I don't get too high up near my eyebrow. After that, I went in with a more tapered crease brush and I took a deeper brown and I applied that underneath both of the colors I previously applied. And I'm making sure not to drag this again too high up near my brows, because I want this look to be a little bit more blown out, I guess you can say. And then for the glittery shimmery part, I took one of the Stila liquid eyeshadows. These eyeshadows are so good. A lot of people ask me if they crease, and they don't. All you have to do is make sure that it dries up before you completely open up your eyes, or else it will transfer. But they do not crease once they dry up. For my lashes, I used my Ardell Wispy lashes. These are some of my favorite. They're actually the Demi Wispy, not the Wispies. So I applied those, and then I did apply mascara afterwards. I applied my Maybelline Big Shot mascara. I've been liking this mascara recently. I did a first impression on it not too long ago, and I do still really like it. To kind of line above my lashes, I used my Lancome eyeliner. I didn't do a full-on wing though. I just wanted to blend my lashes with my natural lash line. For a primer, I used this one from Hourglass. They sent me this one in a PR package, and I already have used it, and I have this one already, but I have it in the smaller size. So now I finally have a full-size one. So I'm applying that all over my face, basically, and it does come off very white, but once you blend it out and you put your foundation on top, it looks just fine. For foundation, I used today my Wet n Wild foundation in the color Desert Beige, and I used this color because it matches perfectly. When I did a review on this product, it was a little bit deeper for me, but I did self-tan. It's kind of starting to wear off, but this color still matches pretty well. And of course, to blend that, I had to use my Morphe M439. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes. And I used the same concealer that I used to prime my eyelids. I used it underneath my eyes. It's Tarte Shape Tape in the color medium. I used it to brighten and kind of conceal underneath the eyes. And I also used it to sharpen up the edge of my eyeshadow. And to blend that out, I first started off with my Hourglass brush. I like to use this brush for foundation, for concealer, for a lot of different things, but for today I used it for my concealer, and then I blended the rest of it out with a beauty blender. After I finished blending all of that out, I set my face with a translucent powder, and for today I used my Cover FX mattifying powder in the color Light. I guess it's not really translucent because technically it has a little bit of a tint to it, but it's translucent in the sense that once you blend it out, you can't see it. My favorite bronzer as of right now is a Sephora Baked Microsmooth powder, and this one is actually, I mentioned this a ton, it's a face powder, but I got it in the deepest shade to use as a bronzer. And because it has that very mineralized finish, it just goes on very smoothly. To brighten up my inner corner, you can totally skip this step, but I like to have a bright inner corner. I completely blinked out on what color it is, and I don't have it in front of me, but it's going to be down below in the description box. It's like a white frosty eyeshadow. And I also decided to pop some of that eyeshadow on my nose as a highlighter, and you can see it's super, super bright. And it looks a little bit too much, I know, but once I blend it out and I put my bronzer, you know, around that area, it's gonna blend out just fine. And we're almost to the end of the video. So for my lip color, I use my Too Faced Melted Matte. Again, I'm blanking out on what color this is. Usually I know all this stuff by memory, but I'll have it down below. It's their brown shade. It's a nice brown. It's not too dark and it's not too light. And then to kind of take away any powderiness, I used my Milk makeup spray. And then of course got to change my shirt and my hair. But after that, that completes the makeup look.